Achoo! Bless you.
Oh wow, that was a big one.
Here are 7 things you didn't know about Darci Lynne, ranked from the least interesting to the most fascinating. Get ready to have your mind blown.
Let's go.
Darci Lynne Farmer wasn't always a ventriloquist. In fact, she got her start in something quite different: pageants. As a little girl growing up in Oklahoma, Darci was naturally shy. She didn't like talking in front of people and often felt nervous when she had to speak or perform. Her parents thought that maybe pageants would help her break out of her shell. So, at just 6 years old, Darci entered her first pageant. It wasn't about beauty for her. Pageants were a way for Darci to get comfortable on stage and gain confidence. Her parents noticed that even though Darci was shy off stage, something changed when she was up in front of people. She was more confident, smiling, and enjoying herself. During these pageants, Darci also had to perform in a talent portion. At first, she struggled to find what she wanted to do. Many kids sang or danced, but Darci wasn't sure if that was for her. While she liked to sing, she was still shy about doing it in front of people. Even though Darci wasn't a big talker, the pageants helped her learn how to stand in front of a crowd. It was during these early experiences that Darci discovered she had something special to share, but she just hadn't found it yet. Her time in pageants gave her a taste of what it felt like to be in the spotlight. Even though she didn't win every pageant, she learned to keep trying and stay strong. Darci's journey in pageants helped her get ready for her future, even if she didn't know it at the time. It was in one of these pageants that Darci met a friend who changed her life forever by introducing her to ventriloquism, the talent that would make her a star. But without her start in pageants, she might have never found the stage in the first place. Darci Lynne made history when she won America's Got Talent, AGT, in 2017. But did you know she was the first ventriloquist to win in 10 years? It was a big deal because not many people thought a ventriloquist could win. The last time it happened was back in 2007 when Terry Fader won. Before Darci, many winners were singers, dancers, or magicians. Ventriloquism seemed like a forgotten art, and some people even thought it was a little old-fashioned. But Darci changed that. She brought something new to the stage by not only doing ventriloquism, but also singing through her puppets. This was something people hadn't seen before. Her puppets weren't just talking, they were singing, and singing well. Darci's talent was so impressive that it made everyone pay attention. When Darci auditioned, she didn't know if people would like her act, but after her first performance with her puppet, Petunia the Rabbit, she shocked the judges and the crowd. Everyone was amazed at how she could sing without moving her lips. Mel B, one of the judges, even hit the golden buzzer, which sent Darci straight to the live shows. Week after week, Darci kept surprising everyone with her fun performances and different puppets. From Oscar the Mouse to Edna Doorknocker, each puppet had its own voice and personality. The audience loved her, and so did the judges. When Darci won the show, she became a superstar. She didn't just win for herself, she also brought ventriloquism back into the spotlight. It had been a long time since anyone had seen a ventriloquist rise to the top like that. Darci showed everyone that ventriloquism could be cool, fun, and even amazing. Darci Lynne didn't become a great ventriloquist all by herself. She had help from someone very special, a famous ventriloquist named Gary Owen. Gary had been performing for many years and was known for being one of the best. When Darci first got interested in ventriloquism, her parents knew that she needed a good teacher to help her learn. That's when they found Gary. Darci met Gary when she was just 10 years old. She had only been practicing ventriloquism for a short time and didn't know much about it yet. But Gary saw something special in Darci. He could tell right away that she had talent. More importantly, she had the passion and dedication to work hard at it. Gary agreed to become her mentor and started teaching her everything he knew about ventriloquism. At first, Gary taught Darci the basics. He showed her how to speak without moving her lips, which is one of the hardest parts of ventriloquism. He also taught her how to give her puppets unique voices and personalities. With Gary's help, Darci learned how to control her breathing so she could sing while doing ventriloquism, something that really made her stand out later on. America's Got Talent. But Gary didn't just teach Darci technical skills, he also taught her how to connect with an audience. He knew that ventriloquism is about more than just talking through a puppet. It's about making people laugh, smile, and feel something. Darci learned how to use humor, timing, and emotion to make her performances unforgettable. Gary was there for Darci every step of the way. He helped her get ready for local competitions and even encouraged her to try out for America's Got Talent. Without his guidance and support, Darci may not have become the incredible ventriloquist she is today. Thanks to Gary's training, Darci's skills improved quickly, and she was ready to take on the world. It's safe to say that without Gary Owen's mentorship, Darci might not have reached the same level of success. His experience in teaching gave her the foundation she needed to become a star. After winning America's Got Talent in 2017, Darci Lynne became a household name, but her journey didn't stop there. Winning AGT opened many doors for Darci, and soon she was appearing on multiple TV shows. These appearances helped her reach even more people, and she became a true star beyond just ventriloquism. One of the first shows Darci appeared on after AGT was The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Ellen loved having talented kids on her show, and Darci was no exception. Darci got to show off her ventriloquism skills to Ellen's audience, and it was clear that everyone was amazed by her talent. Ellen and Darci even joked around, making the interview fun and lighthearted. This was a huge moment for Darci because Ellen's show had millions of viewers. It helped Darci gain even more fans. Darci also appeared on Little Big Shots, a show hosted by Steve Harvey. The show featured talented kids from around the world, and Darci fit right in. She brought her puppets and gave a performance that wowed the audience. Steve Harvey, known for his big personality, was clearly impressed with Darci's skills and how well she handled herself in front of the cameras. This show was a perfect fit for Darci, as it was all about kids doing amazing things. Another major TV appearance for Darci was on The Kelly Clarkson Show. Kelly Clarkson is known for being one of the nicest people in show business, and she was thrilled to have Darci on her show. Darci talked about her journey since winning AGT and performed with one of her puppets. The fun, casual atmosphere of the show allowed Darci to show off not only her talent, but also her charming personality. But Darci's TV career didn't stop with talk shows. She also appeared on holiday specials, including NBC's Christmas in Rockefeller Center. Darci was invited to perform at the famous Christmas tree lighting ceremony, a tradition that many people watch every year. This was a huge honor for Darci, and she performed with her puppet Petunia, bringing some holiday cheer to the audience. Through these TV appearances, Darci showed that she wasn't just a ventriloquist, but a true entertainer. Each show helped her grow her fan base and show different sides of her talent. Whether she was making people laugh on a talk show or performing for holiday specials, Darci proved that she could handle any stage, big or small. Appearing on these TV shows also helped Darci stay in the spotlight. While many AGT winners fade away after the show, Darci kept building her career by taking every opportunity to perform and connect with audiences across the country. Today, Darci Lynne isn't just known as an AGT winner, she's a TV star in her own right. One of the biggest moments in Darci Lynne's career was when she performed at the Grand Ole Opry. The Grand Ole Opry is a famous stage in Nashville, Tennessee, where many country music legends have performed. It's one of the most important places in music, especially for country artists. For Darci, getting the chance to stand on that stage was a dream come true. Darci performed at the Opry for the first time in 2017, shortly after winning America's Got Talent. She was only 13 years old, but she had already made a big name for herself. Even though she wasn't a country singer, the Opry welcomed her with open arms because of her unique talent and ability to entertain. Darci brought along her beloved puppets, including Petunia the rabbit, to share the stage with her. It wasn't just a performance, it was a special moment in her journey. Standing on the Opry stage can be nerve-wracking, even for seasoned performers, but Darci handled it like a pro. She wowed the audience with her ventriloquism and singing. Darci didn't just perform, she connected with the crowd, making them laugh and clap along. Many in the audience had never seen a ventriloquist perform at the Opry before, so it was something new and exciting. Performing at the Grand Ole Opry was more than just another show for Darci. It was a chance to be a part of something bigger. The Opry has a rich history, and being invited to perform there is a big honor. Many famous artists like Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash have graced the stage, and now Darci Lynne joined that list. It was a moment that marked her as not just a ventriloquist, but as a true entertainer who could hold her own on one of the most iconic stages in the world. After her first performance at the Opry, Darci was invited back multiple times. Each time, she brought something new and exciting for the audience. Whether it was a new puppet or a new song, she kept impressing the Opry crowd. For Darci, the Grand Ole Opry isn't just a place to perform, it's a place where she made history. She's one of the youngest ventriloquists to ever perform on that stage, and she brought something fresh to a place known for country music. Her performances there proved that she could entertain any audience, no matter where she was. Being able to say she performed at the Grand Ole Opry is a big achievement in Darci's career, and it's one that not many people get to experience. It shows just how far she has come since winning AGT and how she continues to break new ground in her career. One of the coolest things about Darci Lynne is her huge puppet collection. Since she became a ventriloquist, Darci has gathered many puppets, each with its own personality and special traits. Her puppets aren't just toys, they are like her partners on stage. Over the years, Darci has built a collection that helps her bring her performances to life. Darci's most famous puppet is Petunia, a sassy little rabbit with a big voice. Petunia was the first puppet Darci used when she auditioned for America's Got Talent. This pink bunny quickly became a fan favorite, and she's known for her amazing singing voice. But Petunia isn't the only star in Darci's puppet collection. Another popular puppet is Oscar the Mouse. Oscar is shy, but super cute. He has big round glasses and a soft voice, and the audience always falls in love with him. Oscar is different from Petunia because he's not as confident, but Darci makes him come alive with her ventriloquism. Oscar has been a part of many of Darci's memorable performances. Darci's puppet collection also includes Edna Doorknocker, a quirky old lady puppet. Edna has a funny, bold personality. She even has a bit of a crush on America's Got Talent judge Simon Cowell. Edna loves to flirt and joke around, making her one of the most entertaining puppets in Darci's group. Her wild antics always get the audience laughing. Darci doesn't just stick to these 3 puppets. Her collection keeps growing, with new characters joining her shows. Each puppet is carefully made and designed to fit a different part of her act. Some puppets sing, while others tell jokes. Some are loud and bold, while others are shy and quiet. No matter what, every puppet has its own role in making Darci's performances unique and exciting. Behind each puppet is a lot of hard work. Darci has to practice not only giving them a voice, but also making their personalities shine. Every puppet moves differently, talks differently, and even has its own sense of humor. Darci's ability to switch between these characters so easily is part of what makes her so amazing. Her large collection gives her the chance to switch things up and keep her audience surprised. Each new puppet brings something fresh to her act. Whether it's a silly new character or a new way of singing, Darci's puppet collection is key to her success as a ventriloquist. Today, Darci's puppets are more than just part of her act. They've become famous in their own right. Fans all over the world recognize them and love seeing them perform. With so many puppets in her collection, Darci has endless ways to keep her shows fun and full of surprises. When Darci Lynne won America's Got Talent at just 12 years old, her life changed overnight. She became famous all over the world, with many people wanting to see her perform. But even with all this new fame, Darci still had one big job, being a student. Juggling school and her growing fame wasn't easy, but Darci managed to find a way to do both. After winning AGT, Darci's schedule became super busy. She had to travel for performances, interviews, and even big TV appearances. This meant she was on the road a lot, which made it hard to keep up with her schoolwork. But Darci knew how important her education was. Even with her new fame, she didn't want to fall behind in school. Darci's parents were very supportive and helped her figure out a plan. Sometimes Darci had to miss school for big events, but she worked with her teachers to make sure she could catch up. She would do homework while traveling or study in between performances. It wasn't always easy, but Darci stayed focused on both her career and her education. One thing that helped Darci juggle school and fame was her strong work ethic. She learned early on how to manage her time well. When she wasn't performing, she made sure to focus on her schoolwork. And when she was performing, she gave it her all. Darci didn't let one thing take over the other. Instead, she found a balance that worked for her. Being famous also taught Darci important lessons that she used in school. For example, time management, responsibility, and handling pressure were skills she needed both on stage and in the classroom. Darci had to learn how to stay organized and calm, even when things got stressful. These skills helped her succeed in both areas of her life. Darci's friends and teachers were very supportive of her as well. They understood that her life was different now, but they didn't treat her any differently. Darci liked that she could still be herself at school, even though she was famous. It gave her a sense of normalcy, which was important as she balanced her 2 worlds. Despite her fame, Darci always made time for her education because she knew it was important. Fame didn't change the fact that she was still a kid with school responsibilities. By working hard and staying focused, Darci showed that it's possible to follow your dreams and keep up with school at the same time. Now, Darci is an example for other young people who want to follow their dreams. She proves that you can be famous and still work hard in school. Juggling both isn't easy, but with the right attitude and support, it's definitely possible.